Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today, a little different than what we've done before. You guys were asking for a lot of videos of like the basics of how to actually use these tools and the small things, because I realized I wasn't describing it when I was doing a project video. Some of you might not even have any of the basics. So I want to prepare you guys to start off with a good solid foundation. So I wanted to come up with the first 5 tools that you need. You don't need to spend a ton of money to get into it right away. I've got plenty of tools, as you can see. I have a lot of tools. I will make sure to tell you guys where to spend money on a good tool and where to skimp and get the cheap one, because sometimes that is best. Sometimes the best ones, or the ones that work for you, are the cheap ones, and that's fine. If you want to start out hanging stuff around your house, hanging pictures around your house, hanging TVs, fixing a leaky pea trap underneath your sink or something, I want to get you guys equipped with just 5 simple tools that you can get everything done around your house with. So without further ado, here they are. Number 1 is, let's start with a tape measure. I know it sounds simple. Well, yeah, you got to measure stuff. Find the center of something. When you're hanging a TV, centering it in a space. When you're hanging a picture frame and you're hanging multiple, so you got to get the right height. You need a tape measure regardless. But things to think about when you're getting a tape measure. Price will vary. If you see here, 16 feet. That is how long this tape measure is. You will see 25 feet, 35 feet, 45 feet. You do not need that long of one. Get a short one. You're not measuring that far. By buying a really long one, it's going to be a lot heavier. It's obnoxious. You don't need a heavy, long tape measure. But other things to think about is just look at it. Is it clear? Some of them have like fractions on there for if you want 5/8. You're trying to figure out what it is. Sometimes it's helpful. You might not like it. I don't care personally because I use it enough to know where 5/8 is. Also, think about it, the head, the size of it. If sometimes it's too big, sometimes it's nice to have a big one so you can clip onto stuff. Some of them will have extended tops so you can clip underneath stuff. Other ones will be magnetic. Not really a whole lot of metal stuff you're going to be magnetizing onto in your house. Also, one thing to just keep in mind, side note, there's a reason this moves. The intent of this is so that when you hook or when you press, you get the same measurement. This compensates for the thickness of it. Other things to think about is the retraction. You can have a lock, push button release. This is different. This isn't standard, but some of them have this. It's kind of cool. I like it. Another thing is, might not be super important, but if you're by yourself and you don't have someone else to hold the other end of your tape measure, a lot of these have what's called, I think it's a standout kind of claim kind of thing. How far you can extend this before it snaps. I mean, I think the best one I found actually isn't this one, but they'll go, 14 feet or something. And I like to test them just because I'm weird like that, and I hang out in Lowe's testing tape measures, and they actually do what they claim. But that's just me. And I'm not even saying that it even matters. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But if it can stand out a decent width, it's nice if you're by yourself to measure something, and you won't get pissed off and throw it across the room. I've never done that. Okay, number 2, while we're on the lines of measuring things, like I mentioned, hanging pictures, hanging TVs, that kind of stuff, because I feel like that's the most common stuff you're going to be doing around the house. You're not getting into projects yet. We're still talking basic household stuff. Number 2, hanging pictures, hanging TVs is a level. I hung TVs for a long time. A 1/16 of an inch, you're looking at it going, it's crooked. I can't watch TV. That thing's crooked. But so anyway, a level, and get a good one. If you're trying to find accuracy, why would you skimp on that? This one, I got it. This is a Johnson level. Got this from Lowe's. It's metal. I have gotten plastic levels. That's almost everything that you see. It was hard for me to find a metal level. You'd be shocked. This is used as a straight edge. Why would you want one made out of plastic? Get something metal. So on the job, I've had a plumber measuring a pipe. He's had his level stuck to it, telling me it's straight. I'm standing back 20 feet looking at it, and the thing's crooked. And he's showing me his level, and the thing's like this, and his level is saying it's accurate. And I grab his level, turn it upside down, and then it says it's the other way. So get a good level. Cool features about this one is, let alone it's metal, so you can trust the straight edge. You're getting a straight edge. It being a little better quality, you just trust it that much more when you're finding that level. All it is essentially you're putting a bubble in the middle. This one has a few extra features than your standard level. It has your straight 0 degree level. It has your 90 for when you're doing something perpendicular. it also has what is kind of abnormal is a 45 and a 30. Now, I've used the 45 before. I haven't used the 30. Oh, also, it's got good magnets. You will see these with a cheap just strip on the side of a low grade just garbage magnet, and you stick it to something and someone bangs on the wall from 5 feet away and your level falls off and smacks the ground. Now it's probably ruined because it was plastic in the first place. These are good magnets. This will stick and stay. So spend some money and get a good one. Next, while we're on the topic again of hanging stuff, I know, but it's important. That's most what you're gonna do. A stud finder. Now the reason you need a stud finder is if you're hanging a big picture, a big painting or something, you don't want to just attach it to the drywall. You want to find a stud so it's secured connection. If you're hanging a TV, especially a TV with a full like articulating mount where the TV actually pulls out from the wall, you have to find a stud. That thing will fall off and you will break your TV. But you will see in Lowe's, Home Depot, all these electronic stud finders starting at like 50 bucks. You can spend $200 on a stud finder, an electronic one that you hold down buttons and it beeps and it tells you where the stud is, and they never work. This will be your knight in shining armor. This, yeah. Stop laughing. It's serious stuff. It's such a bad example. This will be your best friend. This. Just crop that out. This will be your favorite thing ever. It's got 2 very high-powered magnets. That's your stud finder, is magnets. Now you might be wondering, how does a magnet find me a stud? Most likely, if you're in residential, you don't have metal studs. They're all wood studs. But they put drywall up on those. What do they use to attach? Nails or screws. And they're gonna wanna hit those studs with those nails or screws. So you take this, swipe the wall back and forth till you find a screw or a nail. There's going to be a vertical line of where they hit that stud with all those screws and nails. Simple. Foolproof. It's not going to give you a false reading. And they're cheap. You can get these for like, I think $5, $6, $7, $8, something like that. And they're just huge. I have like 5 of these because you always lose them too. All right, so next on the list, this is number 4, hand screwdriver. This is called an 11-in-1. It's made by Klein Tools. Has Phillips head, it has flat standard. It also has a socket in there for pipe clamps. It's got all sorts of stuff. Now, I personally use screws for everything. You might be wondering, where's the hammer? Oh, the hammer's next. The hammer's number 5. No, it's not. Hammer's not in here. I don't use a hammer. I use a hammer to beat on stuff when it's not getting into place. Like, if I'm framing something, I'm going to smack it with a hammer. I'm not even nailing it. If I'm going to nail something, I'm using my pneumatic nail gun. But I use screws for everything. They're better in every way than nails. Nails will rip out. They will slide out. Nails aren't made for hanging stuff. My wife apparently grew up with her family hanging stuff on the walls with nails. And she makes fun of me for using screws for everything. She calls me overkill. But guess what? My stuff doesn't fall out of the wall. Her stuff.
Hey. That's not true.
If an earthquake hit, hers would fall out of the wall.
We've had earthquakes and nothing has fallen.
And get a good one, because this will last you forever. I've had this thing forever. I think this was given to me 10 years ago. Spend money on a good one. Klein. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not affiliated with them, but they're a good brand. Next on the list, number 5, last but not least, is channel locks. This is Irwin vice grips. Maybe they're technically vice grips. I don't know. But I've always called them channel locks because there's channels and they lock into those channels. I mean, this is my replacement for a crescent wrench or an adjustable end wrench, which is this. You will probably see this in those cheap garbage kits. Those little pre-made, spend $30 and get 5 garbage tools that it comes with a hammer that you won't use. Comes with a crescent wrench that's garbage. Comes with a junk, just plastic little level that isn't even level. Don't get me started on that, sorry. But these are what you see in there. This will replace this. To get the right size, you're doing this. To get the right size, you're there. So much faster, so much easier. How you're actually supposed to use these is you put this on the bolt or nut, you tighten it to size, you rotate it, you loosen it, you do it again, tighten it, loosen. That takes so much time. Such a waste of time. Most of the time you'll see people put it there, go slightly bigger than what it is, turn it, take it off, turn it, do that. It's like, oh, that's faster. But eventually this unscrews and gets bigger. And then you're frustrated because it's not even grabbing anymore. This, on the other hand, you can get a tight grip. It's not going anywhere. And the tighter you squeeze, the tighter it gets. So as you're trying to turn something, it's not going to loosen up like that when it fall off. You can also use this for taking off your P-trap. It can get pretty big. You can get some big stuff in there. A lot bigger than that thing. Also, it has coarse grip, it has fine grip, to where you can get a bite on something and turn it. If you're trying to loosen a pipe, anything. You can use it just to grab on something and tweak it. Jamie's used this to open nail polish bottles that have been stuck closed. I mean, you can, if there's a dumb nail that you're trying to get out of something because you use nails and you're like, oh great, I was using a nail and now I bent it, now I can't get it out. Use your channel locks to rip it out and then put a screw in. And number 6 on our list. I know I said there's 5. There's actually 6. This is actually the most important one. Is a good bottle opener. You want something that can really open that beer. Everything's more fun while you're a little lit. And
You can't say that.
I'm not monetized, so I can say whatever I want. No, but all jokes aside, get a good bottle opener. You'll love it. You just take. I open my beer like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
You go like this, and you go. So yeah, there's number 6. This one's optional. That's why it's not really optional. So I hope this helps you guys. Really, I want to give you guys this information because I just want to pass on what I've learned. I am 3rd generation construction. I'm a general contractor. My dad's a general contractor. My grandpa was a Navy Seabee construction. I am a jack of all trades, but a master of none, really. So really my goal is just to pass on what I've learned over the years and from my experiences to help you guys, just to learn how to do this stuff. So I may not know everything, but I'm going to do the best to help. I'll try to put some affiliate links in there to give you kind of price range of where these tools line up. But this was actually pretty fun, and I'm actually pretty excited to move on to the next 5 tools. Because while this is the basics to get you going, these aren't the fun tools. There's a lot of fun tools. So I would love to get into there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until next time. That's your sign off, isn't it? No, not doing that. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
We're rolling, so.
Sorry guys. Just working on Jamie's time lapse over there. Okay.